Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. It is Killian Craney and today I'm going to go over one of my chases. In fact, the first storm chase of 2026, which was on February 19th, where there was a nice teaser heading into meteorological spring, with notably a strong tornado that hit parts of Bloomington, Indiana. We'll start off with the SPC outlooks, some models, and the day of synoptic setup. There is limited archive data, so this video will be mostly about the journey of my first chase of the 2026 year, which you can jump to at the time shown on the screen if that's what you prefer to see. Starting off with the day 3 outlook, there was a broad slight risk highlighted predominantly in the Ohio River Valley area. The day 2 extended the slight risk slightly north and highlighted a 5% chance of tornadoes along with 15% chance wind and hail. The 12Z day 1 outlook was similar to the day 2 outlook, but at 13Z or 9 a.m. Eastern time, there was a 10% hatch risk for tornadoes added, which boosted the convective outlook to enhanced 3 out of 5 rating. And here at 1630Z or 12:30 Eastern time, the enhanced risk area was expanded into Eastern Illinois. The 10% hatched area was centered around South Central Indiana and Eastern Illinois. In the end, there were 9 confirmed tornadoes, mostly in around the Illinois-Indiana border, with a EF2 in Bloomington, Indiana, and a spin-up EFU tornado in Greensburg, Indiana. The HRRR predicted the outcome of this event very well. It showed a cluster of supercells forming around the Indiana-Illinois border, with one southern supercell dominating the atmosphere, which is very close to the actual track of the long track supercell that produced the Bloomington, Indiana EF2 tornado. The other cam models were not in agreement with the HRRR, which made it hard to pull the trigger on this chase. Starting off at the 500 millibar height the day of the chase, there was a broad southwesterly flow with embedded shortwaves throughout. A nice surface low formed in central Missouri, leading to ample wind shear and low-level jet to help the formation of supercells with the limited cape in the atmosphere. Now on to the storm chasing section. Starting off with my target area, which was Greensburg, Indiana, which I was rushing to be in position as soon as I got off work at 3:30 p.m. Storms were already firing by the time I got to Greensburg around 5 p.m. around the Illinois and Indiana border, which led me to driving west in a Hail Mary to try and catch a storm before sunset. My first target was a rogue supercell ahead of the main supercell cluster, north of the long track supercell, which I managed to make it to right before sunset. It was developing a nice hook echo on radar as I arrived and soon went tornado warned. I was able to catch a glimpse of a rotating wall cloud around Martinsville, Indiana. I was in a hilly area and ended up making a wrong turn, which made me lose sight of the wall cloud, and by the time I made it back on course, the storm was starting to dissipate, even though it was still looking crazy. It had some of the darkest clouds I have seen, and along with the approaching sunset, the dying storm acquired an ominous red glow. Once night fell, I took sights on the now confirmed tornado supercell heading towards Bloomington, Indiana. I didn't know it at the time, so I did a rather sketchy maneuver to cut to the south side of the storm where I'd be safe and away from potential hazards. I pulled off this maneuver very well, but I ended up in a hilly area around Nashville, Indiana, where I lost signal and directions. The storm no longer looked to be producing a tornado on radar, thankfully, when I was lost in the path of the storm. I got myself to safety on the south side of the storm where it had some insane lightning frequency. Once I pulled out of the wooded area, I finally got a good spot to stop and view the storm from the side of the road. The sirens in the distance were quite eerie compared to the relative calmness of the storm in its current state. After this short break, I chased the storm back on my way home, where it would then produce a short-lived tornado and was showing signs of weakening. Ironically, on my way home, there was a tornado warning where I lived, and the storms were spinning up for one last time. No confirmed tornadoes came of these cells, but there was some of the heaviest rain I've ever experienced. All in all, I had lots of fun on this chase, even if it was mostly at night. I proved my ability to get myself into a good position to hopefully have some better luck in the future. I'm looking forward to this active early March pattern, and I'm praying that there will be nice storms within a reasonable distance. I now have a GoPro to get better video and see things I may have missed while navigating. I'm hoping to see my first tornado this year and many more after that. Thank you for watching, and if you made it this far into the video, please consider liking and subscribing. That would mean the world to me by showing that I'm not putting effort into this YouTube thing for nothing. See you next time.